What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Two in the Teal podcast. I'm Ethan.
I'm Marcus. Thanks for riding with us. We're going to be here with you all season long. A lot of tears, a lot of happy times. Give us a like and subscribe.
Let's freaking go.
Yo, what's up?
Good afternoon, Marcus.
Hey,
How are you?
good afternoon. Good afternoon, sir. I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
I can't complain. Yeah, victory Wednesday. So,
Victory Wednesday.
life's good. It's so much better when we win. I'm happier. My mood is better. I'm more pleasant to work with. I make more delicious dinners for myself. Like, I just do everything. I don't drink as much, like everything. Just like everything's better.
Quality of life definitely surges after a Jags win. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. We beat the Texans barely. The only good really to come out of that is that the defense was kicking ass. The D line. You like that D line?
Dude, I really do. After, I watched Aiden Hutchinson play, and it's just every time I watch him play, I just get upset that I don't have him on my team, Because I don't think there's a single thing that Trayvon Walker can do that Aiden Hutchinson can't do. However, Trayvon Walker played great. Josh Hines-Allen had a great game. We were dominating up front the whole time. So that was awesome. What I would like to see a little bit more of is still on the interior, getting more up in the quarterback's face. We got a lot of pressure on the edge, but, I think we have some room for growth. I never want to say like we're where we need to be. I always want to say there's areas that we could develop, So I like to see a little bit more of the inside tackles, like putting on a sweet pass rush. But altogether, dude, shout out Josh Hines-Allen, man. Oh my God.
Beast.
That, he was so involved the whole game, Ethan. And that last play where he gets around the edge and he gets a hand on the football and boom, there's an interception. That was from a defensive lineman, dude.
That was a D lineman.
A D lineman changes the game. Literally changes the game.
I'll tell you what, a big thing going around. And by the way, the interior D line, it's still night and day from last season. So it's like,
absolutely,
it's literally like 31 or 32 in the league to even if it's just league average, that looks like night and day to us. I mean, we're like, we're above water now. We're like, okay, I think D line kicked ass. The DBs, I know Travis Hunter wants to play both ways, and he will. And De'Ami Brown, we'll see what's up with him. But man, Marcus, he is a good corner.
He really is.
The reason we know he's a good corner is that because if the refs just didn't call that pass interference against the Bengals, instead now he has a game-ending, game-sealing pass breakup, which he did. He did have that. The refs had a terrible call. So that's the only stain is just that we know that, but everyone else doesn't know that because nobody else watches the Jaguars. But other than that, we haven't heard his name on defense.
That's a good thing.
Isn't that a good thing?
That's a good thing to hear.
Isn't that really nice?
To not
Obviously, hear. Exactly. So, he hasn't had those splash plays. They're not throwing at him. He's clamps. Yeah. He let up a couple balls, but everyone lets up a couple balls, but I haven't heard from him. And that's wonderful. The only thing that's going around right now is they're going he's such a bust on offense. I would just say it's still week 3, and I think that was baked into it that he's not as crisp of a receiver and that he's pro-ready at corner. You can go to the trade. Marcus, don't look, but Mason Graham played really well against
I know.
Mason Graham looks really good. Their running back, Quinshawn Judkins, was all charges drops. Obviously innocent until proven guilty.
Sure.
He had 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And they have our first-round pick this upcoming year.
They sure do.
They sure do.
But Ethan, we saw he caught a ball and put on a clinical move.
Oh my God!
And just shook a defender, and ran the ball for another 10 yards. If that's not proof enough that this brand new rookie has what it takes to play in this league, I don't know what is. And you could look back to the Bengals game where we won, because we won that game fair and square.
Yeah, but
we're currently 3-0.
Yeah,
and you look at that play, and you're just, I don't know if there's anybody who can actually deny that Travis Hunter is a great football player.
Oh, he's really good. He's really good, and like we've talked about before, they drafted him for more than playing corner and receiver. They also drafted him for the locker room presence, and I think they had such a hole to dig the franchise out from under. And you could argue, okay, well, trading away a second round pick and a first round pick doesn't really help with that. But you see him start to accumulate all the draft picks for next year. We have like 5 fifth-round picks or something crazy. Like,
we have a lot.
we have 13 picks in next year's draft. So if he wanted to trade back up into the first round, then okay, great. Here's a 3, a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and come back up into the, or whatever, right? Like, so I think he's navigating that part well. Just looks great at corner, receiver with all these drops, man. I don't want to hammer the drops too hard just because, like, I want to move on. I don't want to speak them into existence more, but it's got to stop. I forgot who it was. Somebody, it might have been Bucky Brooks or something, but he was saying, like, our guys aren't attacking the football with their hands. We need to get Quint on and tell us about this. But, like, he was like, they're kind of letting it hit them in the chest. And then it's one of those things that, like, when a bunch of guys do it, it just kind of gets in the water. And you just have to start catching the football. Like, you don't make it all the way to the NFL because you drop the football a bunch, right? These guys can catch the ball. But you even saw it when Brian Thomas finally caught his 50-yard pass or whatever. Even when he's like holding it and then switching it to the other hand, it still doesn't look that secure in his hand. It looks like he's holding it like this. Like, and so they just need to get over that, get your hands around the football, hold on to it. If we don't have all these drops, man, this team looks really good. And I thought we'd win 7 games. 2 of 7. We're right there. I mean, and the 49ers are pretty beat up. So anyway, sorry, I rambled. How do you?
No, Ethan, when I watch Ballfoot and I'm watching
Right.
it with my eyes,
Yeah.
it's like, you know that brown thing? The brown thing? It
Yeah.
has like that white stripe on it. What is that?
Yeah.
It's like
the laces on
it's
the
like
brown.
sewing. It's like
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
sew the white thing on there.
Yeah.
And then when I watch Ballfoot, I watch some of the guys who play on the outside.
Yeah.
And then one guy takes that brown thing between his legs, and then one guy gets it and then chucks it, heaves it into the air. When I watch these other teams, they do this thing with their hands where they actually, like, it's like a transaction, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
ball ends up in the hands, and the ball becomes secured, like, to their body. And then they run with it, and I'm like, that is such a cool transition.
That's a
from
really cool. Yeah.
the brown thing going to one spot to the next, and the
Yeah.
guy in the air, you know. And so I did notice that our Ballfoot team was dropping the ball, but no, yeah. In all seriousness, man, I feel like the drops are contagious. You know what I mean?
They're contagious. Yeah.
It's like a it's like when one person does bad on an exam and then tells everybody else, "Oh my God, I bombed it." It's like it has like a trickle effect where now like everybody's going in feeling insecure about whether they're able to perform well or not, and then it's just a snowball tumble effect. So it's like it looks like that's what's happening across the board, and it's kind of scary. So it's worth talking about, but don't need to spend too much time on it.
There were a couple catches by a couple rookie wide receivers this weekend. Teteroa McMillan on the Panthers, I think he floated half a mile in the air.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, it was this really cool thing where he took his 2 hands and he grabbed the brown thing out of the air, like fully secured it with his hands around it, and then brought it into his body, held on to it.
Yeah.
And so, like you were saying, it's the quarterback going, I have it, now you have it.
Yeah, it's really impressive.
And during that second part where he says, now you have it, they actually get it.
And then they run with it.
There's a guy down in Tampa Bay, Emeka Ibuka, who, Marcus, he didn't even use both of the hands. One hand grabbed it and brought it in.
He did it with one hand?
He did it with one hand. He grabbed it with the one hand and brought it in.
The brown ball?
The brown ball that's in the air. And I'm just like, we should maybe get in contact with somebody over with the Jaguars and send them a couple of those clips on Twitter and just show them like, hey, have you seen this?
It's pretty impressive, Ethan. And I don't want to act like I know how to do any better. I don't want to play that game. But I like to think that if I was getting paid $20 million so that I would prioritize maybe catching 500 of them a day just to ensure that I've got my physical and mental fitness on catching that thing down, you know? And so how do you think with these drops, Ethan, what do you think is being implemented at practice? Because obviously it needs work, right? What do you think? What do you think they're doing out there, brother?
I obviously have no experience to call on for this, but what I did was I listened to, I think it was Bucky Brooks again, who said, all that is running. What routes were we dropping? Trevor, after practice, is going to sling the rock with these guys, get more reps with it. Because
Yeah.
it could be also, Diami's new. The routes are a little new, so these angles maybe, I don't know. But just getting the reps with, like, this is how Trevor Ball is going to hit me. And I will say, I think I saw someone, like, point out, they were like, two of the drops were bad throws by Trevor, fine. But
Sure.
yeah, it's just, you would think that if you do it for a living and you make the money you make, that like you would do that part of it.
And everybody has their slumps, right? There's no
Yeah,
denying that someone could be in a rut, and you gotta stick with them, and you gotta work through it. To me, it's not something that you can just be like, well, he'll get better next week. You know, you really have to grind out of a rut. And so I
exactly.
saw this video. I don't know, I can't remember who the NFL player was, but his dad coached him as a kid.
Hmm.
And as a kid, they in the garage, those you put the ball thing in the and it's got like two spinny
Yeah,
wheels and
yeah,
it,
yeah,
it
yeah,
flips it
yeah.
out.
The jug
He
machine or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the kid would stand in front of it and have to catch 50 in a row. And I don't mean catch 50, I mean secure positively in the hands, no bobble, 50 in a row, or you restart at 0. So it's like, and he would be right in front of it. Bang, bang,
Hmm.
bang. And it's like,
Hmm.
are we working that hard to solve this issue? I can only hope. I can hope and dream.
Right. I listened to a podcast, this guy, John Middlecoff, and he said this recently with the drop stuff. He said, is Brian Thomas a little rattled by the drafting of Travis Hunter? As in, he was the young star. I don't think so. He just floated
Mm,
it. But he said, he was the young star in Jacksonville. He was the hot thing in Jacksonville. And then it's not just that they drafted somebody who plays receiver, he does the both ways stuff, but it's that they traded two very important picks in your high second round and next year's first to go up and get him, to maybe like say, did he almost take that as a, you are not nearly enough, like this is how much you're not like doing it for us, like does that kind of mess with your mind? Young kid, he's younger than we are. Does that maybe rattle your confidence a little bit, so you're just not all completely there up top, because dropping is a
yeah.
mental thing.
I mean, I can see how that would be a possibility, and that would be a very scary possibility if that's real, because if that's the truth, Ethan, then we have a future diva on our
Hmm.
hands. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Someone who's not like all ball, all team. Like if you're getting worried about the next guy coming in, like you're not playing very selflessly, so
Yeah.
that
And I
would be kind
guess
of an issue.
let's end it with just saying that, the last thing he did in the game was take a 50-yard pass down and catch it and do
Yeah,
it. So technically, the curse is lifted. It
he
just took
won
a
the
little
game.
bit. Yeah.
He secured the ball
As
game
far as
for
I'm
us.
concerned, curse is lifted. But for this upcoming game, Niners, by the way, so Nick Bosa out for the season.
That's
Terrible. I
huge.
love watching
Yeah,
Nick
I
Bosa
love
play,
watching
unless
him
it's
play,
against
man.
us. So never
Yeah,
mind.
he's so good.
Yeah, he's so good. And then it might be Mac Jones or a still a little injured Brock Purdy. Trent Williams is playing the left tackle. Christian McCaffrey is playing, but Ricky Pearsall didn't practice today. Jawan Jennings didn't practice today. Those are their two receivers, because Brandon Ayuk is still out, and
S-
they are just
Sticky Ricky didn't play or didn't practice?
didn't practice today. And then they still have
What?
Fred Warner, of course, but they are just getting brutalized with injuries. So my quick take on the 49ers is that if it's Mac Jones, especially, you simply have to win. And it is a good measuring stick game, because whoever's out there, it's still Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, so very, very, very high-end coaches against all new coaches. So I wouldn't be
Yeah.
surprised if we lose this game just because of some out-coaching stuff. But personnel-wise, we should win this game. They probably have the best overall player in Christian McCaffrey and Fred
Yeah.
Warner. So as far as offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, they have the two best players in the game, and those two, McCaffrey and Fred Warner. Overall roster, Marcus, I need this.
I think we have a right now, based on everything that's going on, we have a better defense than they have offense.
Yeah.
Probably, I think. Now, stopping Christian McCaffrey in the run game is going to be the name of the game, and then also shutting him down on the flats because
Yes.
they play the checkdowns very smart and very well.
And
Like,
he'll take it
oh yeah,
the
I
whole
mean,
way.
if you get him the ball in space, he's going to pick up 12, 15 yards.
Yeah.
So shutting that down is going to be crucial. Definitely always kind of scary playing Christian McCaffrey, but dude, we got Trayvon Walker, Josh Allen, and Foye. Like,
Yeah.
they're some of
We've
the
got
best
dudes.
they're some of the best run defenders in football right now, and
Yeah.
I
So
feel like we're going to be okay.
I'm looking up the Niners' schedule. Who have they played so far? So they beat the Seahawks week 1, which I remember seeing that game. The Seahawks looked out of
Yeah, they're
whack.
trying to
Also,
figure it
Brock
out.
Purdy threw one of the most ill-advised throws I could have ever seen in my life, and his tight end made an unbelievable play, got in front of the defender and caught the ball. So, I mean, credit where it's due, but that was
Sure.
ill-advised. They beat the Saints by 5 points. The Saints don't look very good. And they beat the Cardinals by 1 point. This is a very winnable game, dude. This is very winnable.
I mean, think about it too. Like, I don't know if you watched their last game, but Mac
Yeah.
Jones started limping around on that knee, so he's got that going on. And then
Yeah.
if Brock Purdy comes back week 4 and he's fresh off the bench, and he hasn't been rolling with the team already, and it's just like we have the opportunity to take advantage of that,
Yeah.
and for him to make mistakes.
Yeah.
Now, if we can capitalize on the mistakes, our defense, man, I don't know if we've been better.
No,
Like,
this is up there with that 2017 team.
Yeah.
Shades of that. Yeah.
they show some real good skill, and there's 6 hats on the football, like every
Yeah.
single play. So the effort's there, the communication is there, the power, speed, and agility is there. So I really do feel like stopping Christian McCaffrey won't be a problem, and then Christian McCaffrey is really the only thing that I'm worried about.
I think their game plan is going to be get it out quick to Christian McCaffrey. But Marcus, this is another thing, is that they're 3-0. They're kind of ahead of schedule in that sense, right? Like you do have some cushion. They have the Rams next week and the Buccaneers the week after. Do you wonder at all, like, mentally, do you kind of not mail this one in and say, like, let's not drop the one against the Jags, but if guys have lingering stuff, you're not playing Sunday, or you're going to be very limited Sunday because you have in-division and NFC matchups the next 3 weeks because they have the Falcons after that. So mentally, you just wonder, like, was this hey, you're hurt a little bit, you're not playing against the Jaguars. Like,
Do you think? Go ahead.
To say this, if you're looking at our defense, you might be saying this is too nasty of a defense right now for us to have Ricky Pearsall out there before we have the Rams.
So
Like,
you're
this
thinking
is not
like
must win for the 49ers.
Sure, you're thinking like they're okay with taking an L here to set themselves up for success
For
moving
Rams,
forward.
Buccaneers the 2 weeks after. I mean,
that's a good point, dude.
I know nobody would ever do that. Like, I know that's not how it works, but you just can't help but wonder mentally, this is not at all in any world must win for the 49ers. This is
No.
survive, get some guys back for the Rams and the Buccaneers the 2 weeks after.
Yeah, and like you said,
You
we
can say
don't
the same
know.
about us, by the way, because we have the Chiefs after this.
Dude, Chiefs are Garbo, dude. Chiefs are Garbo time, and we're gonna wipe the floor with the Chiefs. It's gonna be
I love
sick.
that.
Monday Night
We'll
Football.
do the Chiefs next week. Oh, dude, I'm gonna be there. I keep forgetting I'm going.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I think dude, I don't know. I don't want to even want to look at it from that aspect of maybe
No,
they're
we
going to play
can't
more
even
conservative.
Think about that at all. No.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about it because the moment I imagine that into existence, I'm screwed. So I'm prepared to play the full capability of the current 49ers offense with Christian McCaffrey at the helm of the thing because, I mean, if Purdy's just coming back and then if Mac Jones is still playing, like, his knee's busted, dude. I don't know if you saw, but
I
he
honestly
literally
did not.
he couldn't even get a handoff out there at one point. And then he came back out of the locker room with a knee brace on. So it's like, it's very real possibility that we either get a battered Mac Jones or a brand new, fresh back into it Brock Purdy, who still is getting warmed up. So I think it's a winnable game, dude. I feel good about it.
And that goes back into, though, like, but you have the Rams next week. I would be like, Brock, you're not playing this week. You're
Exactly.
taking another week off. Like, we can't. Again, this is not must win for the Niners. But then again, I saw something, the Jaguars have only won 4 games ever in the state of California.
Is that a real stat?
Let me.
My God, is that real?
How many games have the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Oh my God.
Jaguars, 1 in the state, 1 in California. Chargers, Rams, Raiders with a total record of 13-21. So maybe it's it's 40. Well, no, that's not including the 49ers. Okay, hang on 1 second. Jaguars all-time record versus 49ers.
Math. It's not going to be good.
It's not going to be good. So all-time 2-5. Okay, so whatever. You know what? Whatever.
We've only played them 7 times.
You know what it is? Is that it's because it was including when the Raiders were in Oakland. Okay. Well, either way, we don't win a lot of games in California. That's a long travel day. I tell you what, Marcus, do you remember a few years ago when we had that disappointing 9-8 season and we were like, here we go. We got the Niners at home. Here's the time where we prove like we're legit, and they destroyed us. They dog walked us.
Yes.
Trevor Lawrence played awful. That's another thing about this game is I'm really nervous about Robert Saleh, who's top 2 defensive coordinator in the league, him, Brian Flores, Fred Warner. Yeesh. Talk about a quarterback that you can really mess with, because Trevor will try to throw it in situations where he should not. And I'm a little bit nervous. This game is going to say a lot about Trevor Lawrence, because what if our guys start catching the football?
Exactly. You know, you're absolutely right. I mean, hopefully they start catching the football, dude.
I would love for them to start catching the football.
Dude, but imagine last week, right? Trevor plays a good game. I don't care what anybody says. He actually played well. He was hitting people in their targets. He was going through his progressions, which they're supposed to do out of high school.
Yeah.
And he was doing his job. He did his job fine. Not mad about it. The drops were happening. So imagine this upcoming Sunday. Everybody's catching the ball, but Trevor throws like 2 or 3 interceptions. Dude? What
throws into coverages.
Yes,
dude.
Like what a washing machine of just like, where are we at? You know, Is it the wide receivers? Is it the quarterback that's holding us back on offense? I know it's not the offensive line, dude.
The offensive
line's
played
good.
Well. They played really well.
They play good.
And you know what? This week they have no Nick Bosa. Their edge rushers are Bryce Huff, who he's the one that if he gets 8 sacks, we get a 4th round pick instead of a 5th round pick from the Eagles. So
maybe we give him 1 or 2.
If we get a lead, I mean, throw Nick Mullins out there. No. No. And so it's a rookie and Bryce Huff, and I'm like, we just played Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter. Those guys aren't even in that universe. Shut them down, get the running game going, and then get Fred Warner out of the game. Keep the ball away from him because he will wreck us. Oh, man, poor Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Cardinals. He dropped a wide open. I mean, it would have been a touchdown, wide open pass. And Fred Warner immediately started talking in his ear. And I'm like, okay, we cannot do that. We cannot drop the ball like that because he's going to be mean about it. He's going to be really mean.
He's going to be so mean about it. He's going to be so rude, Ethan.
Yeah.
He's going to be so rude. And then we're going to cry. He's going to make our receivers cry. And then they're never going to catch the Brown thing.
No, it's, man.
The Brown ball.
That Brown ball.
With the whites,
Yeah, the one that the quarterback, I think it's called, he'll chuck it in the air and
heave it
with
his hands.
And so what was these guys doing, Marcus? You're saying they grab it out of the air?
Well, it's like they take their hands and they create this spherical kind of oval shape with their hands, Ethan.
Yeah.
And as the ball travels through the air, they align their hands to where the football is.
Oh, wow.
And that ball is moving in a spherical pattern. And so it just kind of fits right into their ovalish spherical shape of their hands. And then they grab it.
Right. And so if it touches their hands, the kind of expectation is that it's being secured.
Yeah, like a fair transaction. You know, when you're at the gas station buying a little snacky poo before a road trip or something, and you put the trail mix over there, and the lady they go beep, and then you have your debit card, and you put your debit card like on the thing, and there's a transaction, and then you get to leave with the trail mix.
Right. Yeah.
That kind of same process happens with the Brown thing with the white stripe.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's pretty remarkable, dude.
Yeah.
You should pay attention this upcoming Sunday to see if you see any of that out there.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I look forward to that. And, with all these drops, man, tell you what, Brenton Strange, just throw the ball to him. And he'll catch who got the most sure hands right now? Brenton Strange and Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I think they're going to start getting Travis Hunter going. My prediction is still live for his breakout Seahawks game. Seahawks look pretty good, so I don't know how that's going to go exactly. But look, man, if the 49ers have all these injuries, there is no excuse. If anything, it's going to come down to coaching, because I would say Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh with a injured roster versus brand new coaches all over the place with us with maybe a little bit deeper roster, but them still having Christian and Fred. I
Yeah,
think this is an even matchup now. And
I
this
think
is
so
going to be
too.
kind of our first, okay, let's see where we are. And I'm really nervous that this is going to be just a really ugly, like 27-7 loss. Like, we just can't get anything going. Like,
Oh
I
God.
can't stomach that, but I could see it going all over the place, because I really don't know how good we are, because beat up on the Panthers. The Bengals game was insane. And then we played a really, really, really good defense with the the Texans. They lost their
Yeah.
best defender in Derek Stingley, and we still only scored 17 points. And like, I'm really looking forward to this. And it's the
Well,
afternoon slot. That's nice. It's
yeah,
later in the
that is
day.
super cool. That'll be a lot of fun to watch. We're not really we've been struggling to capitalize on the turnovers and taking advantage of the opportunity to get points on the board.
Yeah.
And at least in those times where we're able to put up, 17 points of offense, like we got to be able to put more field goals in there, man. We got to get more
Yeah.
deep into the past the 50-yard line. Like
Yeah.
if we've scored 2 touchdowns, okay, now give me 3 field goals and call it a day,
Yes.
So if
Yeah.
anything, we just have to get more opportunities to get closer in field goal range. Let our guy let the people's leg get that brown thing with the lace
Yeah.
through those yellow pylons
Yes.
and get some more points on the board, man.
I'd love us to start grabbing the 3 points. I'd love to start grabbing
It goes
the 3
such a
points.
long way, man. Like
Yeah.
when you lose a drive in their side of the field, nothing good comes from that.
No.
Never. But if
Because-
you lose a drive on their side of the field, you have the opportunity to go take 3.
Because so far what I've seen is not getting the 4th down or Trevor throwing a pick, whereas Cam Little missed a kick last week. I don't care, sweet prince. You nailed a
That's
70-yarder, and you're
Yeah.
fine. You're fine.
You'll be fine.
Can I start getting those 3 points, Marcus? Is that okay?
That'd be great.
I think
You know
it'd
what?
be great.
I would personally jump on a plane
Yeah.
right now, fly my way over to Dallas, Texas to
Hey.
deliver you 3 points on a silver platter.
Right. I need
I would
that.
do that.
I appreciate that.
I would do that, bro.
Yeah. Let's see. Cowboys got Packers Sunday night, so it's going to be the Micah Parsons revenge game. That's going to be so bad. I don't think I even want to watch. They lost to the Browns last week, so you know that they're going to be fired up. And of course, Jerry Jones has to make headlines with, like, we will not be doing a Micah Parsons tribute video at all or anything like that. And I'm like, you guys, stop giving him material. Like, Dak is a nice guy. Dak is a really good quarterback. Why would you give Micah Parsons like billboard material for like, oh, I'm gonna wreck them. I'm gonna wreck
Yeah.
their whole lives tonight. Oh God, I'm really not.
Wait,
looking
when is
forward to
that game?
that's
When is
Sunday
that game?
night.
Sunday
Packers
night,
Cowboys is Sunday night. I don't think I can watch.
8:20.
I'm gonna watch.
8:20
I'm gonna watch
Eastern time.
every second.
Why would you
of
not
it. Yeah.
watch?
I'm gonna
Why
watch
would you-
every second of it.
Yeah,
and
no,
I'm
you're
gonna sit there
gonna
just going, like, oh,
Ethan,
something
you're gonna
good.
watch the football game. Come
Oh,
on.
I'm gonna watch every single second of it. So, yeah, man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
good weekend ahead. We'll jump on again, and once we get the injury reports going, because hey,
Yeah.
look out for again. This is not a must-win for the 49ers. Do you rest some guys? Give them another day of cold tub, hot tub. It's a home game. We'll see.
Do you really want to lose to the Jacksonville Jaguars, though? How good is that for morale in the locker room?
But
I could see if you lost to like
a bunch of
the
our starters
Bills.
weren't playing, so we lost,
Yeah.
and then also we won, and it wasn't even with half our roster.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, you're right.
We'll see.
Yep, you're right. Ethan, you make a good point there.
I appreciate that.
You got it.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on today. It was really nice.
Sometime, I thought today, I was like sitting over there at work, maybe I should rip a podcast today by myself. And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought, I have that guy that I talk to sometimes named Ethan, and he tends to have some points on the Jags kicker. So I brought you on today. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
hey, man, have a lovely evening. It was great to have a winning week. Even if the offense
Yeah, it
didn't
was
look very
good, man.
good, we get to walk around just going 9 takeaways through 3 weeks.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
And by the way, that's with a Dewey Wingard pick 6 that got called back.
Yeah, that was a big one.
That's a big one. So, yeah, man, really excited for this weekend. We've got Alabama, Georgia Saturday night, too. It's a good weekend. It's a good weekend for people who like to sit on their couch and watch ball.
Watch transactions of footballs.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be scouting wide receivers this weekend.
I'm gonna be really paying attention and like
Yeah,
who is catching, who is dropping. That's what
yeah,
I want to know. And then I'm gonna write the people that catch the ball a letter and say, how do you do it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, man. Good stuff. Y'all have a lovely rest of the week, and let's go Jags.
See
See
you
you
later, man.
Sunday. Peace out.
Bye.